Hello, what's up everyone? How you doing? Back with another deck for you here today, and today's deck is a Mages deck. This deck has been quite interesting to put together and a lot of fun to play. At times I feel the Mages archetype can lack some consistency in it as far as the timing of cards and when you're playing them. Certain cards that we have will need to be played at a certain time, but you know, you get into situations in matches where you may have to commit a certain unit like Seltkirk to kill something off, and that can kind of mess with the timing of playing your mages out, or you know, the timing of the patience that some of these units have. You know, patience obviously being this condition here. But that's just a general kind of summary of my findings so far playing mages. But we're just going to get into the deck now and get into it a bit further. So we've got Inspired Zeal here as a leader ability. Boost an allied Northern Realms unit by 2 and give it Zeal. We've got 3 charges of that. Crystal Skull is a stratagem. The targets for Crystal Skull here will either be the Band Art students, these units here, or the Aretusa students. And you know, outside of that, whatever else you decide to play. We do have Amphibious Assault as an echo card. This will be the card that will give us access into our deck. I don't have a Neuromancy this time around, trying something a bit different. We have Tiss in this deck out of the new cards. At the end of this turn, reset the order of all allied mages that use their order during this turn. So as I was explaining before, you know, this could be a bit awkward playing this card sometimes because of the timing of which you have to play her. See, it's very dependent on how the battlefield's looking at the time and what you're going to play when. So sometimes this card could play great, sometimes it's going to feel awkward to play, but I'm making the best what I can here with these kinds of new cards that have been released. So we'll see how this goes. So obviously she's a card that we'd like to play say towards the end of a match, and she's going to reset the order of all allied mages that use their order during this turn. So you know, you're going to have your patience units out on the board, you're going to click their order ability, and then you're going to drop her at the end of after clicking their order abilities. Gerhardt in this deck, as I said, this is a mage themed deck. The majority of our units are mages. We do have some spell cards as well. But to get into why that is the case, it's pretty much to synergize with this unit here, Centurion Spellweaver. So this unit will gain 1 charge whenever you play a mage or a spell. So the idea is, like, you know, you can have the Spellweaver down, we play our other mages, this will keep gaining charges. You play your spell cards, this will keep gaining charges, and you keep damaging. So it becomes a strong engine piece in our deck that way. That's the idea behind why the deck is themed mages, right? So we've got Gerhardt here. I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with this card. Not really going to go into explaining it. Yeah, it starts off with the patience value at 4 already. It can boost its way up as time goes on. I guess a card better saved towards the end. Try to play it with Tiss. Try to reset that order ability, get more value out of that. Shani, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this card too. The targets for Shani will be the Band Art student or the Aretusa student. So yeah, Shani is a card that we'd like to take into the final round. Queen Adalia, she's going to spawn and play a base copy of a Northern Realms unit from your hand and give it a shield. We're using Adalia to get more of the Spellweaver units. So make sure you have a Spellweaver in your hand when you have Adalia. And initially you'll play her onto the Spellweaver and then play the rest out. So then we have a number of Spellweavers down on the board and they can start gaining value as we play the rest of our cards. So I guess there's kind of 2 ways to play this deck. You can play more of the patience units that we have, the newer cards, in the first round if your hand looks that way. Or if not, I mean, you can play the Spellweavers in the first with Adalia, but it's really going to depend on how the hand's looking. It's pretty much, you know, one or the other. That's the way this deck will go. And the Conjurer is in here to mix along with the Spellweavers, so you can imagine that having so many Spellweavers down on the board will allow us to target whatever unit we want, drop its power down to a certain level, and then having the Conjurer is nice she can also do damage, but she will do damage to the highest units. So if there's two 6-powered units on our opponent's side of the board, she can damage them both with one click. So yeah, they can work very well together. If we can verse an opponent where the power levels aren't too high and we can manage that, we can get a lot of value out of Conjurer. So yeah, make sure you play Yen with the Spell Weavers. That's the best way to play them together in a bunch. Do have Seltkirk here for a bit of removal. You just play him on the melee row, give him one of our leader charges, he can kill something off. We do have Death Mold, boost all allied mages by 1. This is an order ability, it's got Zeal. Probably best over a longer round. So maybe towards the end of a match, we're going to have a lot of mages down and you can kind of play him down. Istrid. This is probably a card we'd like to play in the first. Draw up to 1 cards, then shuffle the same number of cards back to your deck. Whenever you draw a unit card, boost it by 1. If it's not a unit, boost off by 1. So the majority of the cards in our deck are units. So we've got 23 units in this deck. It makes sense that we play him in the first round, and I guess he can kind of help us generate some carryover because he's going to boost the cards. Whenever you draw a unit card, boost it by 1. So he's going to generate a bit of carryover for us in that sense, or help us get some access to some cards we might need. So probably better played for round 1, this card. Tissaia. Order ranged at the end of this turn. Patience value of all allied units is increased by 1. So yep, obviously play this with the rest of our patience cards. Once again, you want to keep in mind that we're playing Tiss for maximum value. So try to get all these important cards with these patience order abilities together when we have Tiss. We want to think like that with this deck, right? Now, you know, that could seem a bit like risky, a bit conditional, but that's how this deck is. It's been kind of difficult to make it work consistently because of that. As I said, the timing of things can mess with our gameplay, but that's the best I can kind of do with the mages for what I'm seeing here. Margarita is a mage, so it fits with the theme, and she gives us lock, so she's good to add in here. It's gonna give the Spellweavers a charge of damage when we play her. Once again, this unit here is also a mage and it locks. So because it's a mage, it fits with the theme of the deck. This lady here is pretty good. On deploy, damage 2, order is damage 2. We can save one of our leader charges for her as well. Just use it on her. As I said, the other one's for Seltkirk. And say the third charge could be for the unit you draw from your graveyard with Shiny. We could play it like that in this deck. Azur's Thunder, spell card, matches with the Spell Weavers. Aratu's Adepts, they're going to be boosting themselves by 1 whenever a unit's patience is triggered. So, you know, you want to play them down when you got patience cards on the board. Squirrel's nice if we're kind of against Madoc or you just want to deny a bit of value from our opponent. And we do have 2 Bernard Shooters at the bottom here, also mages. But just remember they're boosting a mage by 4. You can't boost any unit. But it should be okay because most of our units are mages. That is the deck, guys. I hope you're going to enjoy the gameplay. When we can get the timing of the cards correctly, the deck will perform great. If we come up in matches where we're taken out of our rhythm, it can go bad for us because of the timing, as I've explained. This is my attempt of making a mages deck. I hope you're going to enjoy it, and let me know in the comments section down below what you think. Thank you.
See that? Anything alive would be dead now. Killer spell. wager I can cast one with my foot.
Few poachers dare venture into the Von Morlohem's wood.
We need sleep. Another test.
So it's a bit hard versing these guys with all the control they got. Already got 2 units shut down pretty much. Probably hits Joust onto that. Maybe not.
How did I fare, Mistress Tissaia? Well this time, yes?
Yep, it's looking bad.
So, shall we warm up with a fire spell?
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans. You weren't expecting this, were you?
Interesting.
Not all battles need end in bloodshed.
So they got no snowdrop combination, which is what we usually see with this leader ability, so they don't get that full crazy point swing. But they get the lock. Right. It's damaging by 4. Wow. Unless I want to lock it.
I hope we can trust you.
Well then, let's get to work.
But yeah, we didn't have the points to really get out of that. Makes it a bit hard when they've got that much control. Locks and Yennefer and whatnot. So what are we going to use Shani on? Oh, that's pretty big. Boost for 6. Not bad. Probably just keep the hand as it is. But yep, we'll be going a card down. Oh, it's not a good hit for us. Adalia. Pretty much using Adalia on the Spellweavers to get more. That's how we're using her in this deck. Should we go locks? I don't know about locks here. Do have a few good cards in there. Might put him away here. Yeah, we can probably keep her here. Maybe we just go with it like this. Evades has hosted you with 86 viewers. Thanks, Evades. Appreciate it. Best things, dude. All good. The Clogfather is here. I feel humbled to be in your presence. Nah, thanks for the raid. Or the host, whatever it is. Appreciate it. I've just jumped on stream. Just taken a nice little nap until now. Still waking up. So yeah, just deck experimenting. Bit of a mage deck here. Trying to get it going. Find mages can be a bit inconsistent in the plays, but you know, we're going to try different things, eh? So what are we going to start with? Could just go into the Spellweaver, I think.
As you command.
85 plus me. What's up, Baron? How you guys been? What are you guys playing lately? What's your faction at the moment?
Her grace will not be pleased.
Don't take my Spellweavers, man. Come on.
Here to lend a helping hand.
Look at this guy. He's taking my stuff. Shall we go on from here? Wonder if we want to lock that first. Maybe lock it, I guess. Damage it down. Try to get some conjurer action coming up. Practice makes perfect. Degenerates. Very wholesome clogging. Nice. Yep. He was commenting on how it's very wholesome version of clog. You guys are funny, man. Okay, so we're looking at damage this down, yeah? We're trying to get all the points the same so we can hit some nice Yennefer action.
Your wish. My
Will it work? I don't know. It's what I'm experimenting with here. It's a deck experiment. But yeah, first round was pretty bad, man. Versing these locks and, you know, Yennefer invocation and all that pretty much put us a card down.
Without hesitation.
Well, that's not a good sign for them, is it? If they're playing like that. I wonder what they're trying to set up with Courier. Okay, so maybe we can get Yennefer popping off here, actually. We will go... Yeah, we'll go up here. Damage this down to 6. We'll click Yen. Nice. And we'll just pop that one back there, so we'll keep them all at 5 for the next strike. I really like using the Conjurer. She can give us a lot of value, but it's just, does she stick or not? So, okay. Looks like she does here. Okay, that's gone too tall though to get her value. This guy's getting value out of this. He's playing mages himself. Wow. Very nice. So yeah, you know, I've been trying to use this new card and these other kind of new cards, and I just feel it can be inconsistent sometimes. We may have to play certain cards on the board, and then it messes with the timing of things. So just gotta try my best to work around that, really. think we're gonna... Yeah, we just click that. Probably shiny here, is it? Onto what? Yeah, I think we're playing shiny down here.
It's war. Severed limbs.
Boost now unit by 5.
Rubbish in the shadows. Pass them again.
Yeah, so maybe we could set the student up, go hard kind of with Tiss. Something like that. Takes Conjurer, man. Really need defender for her.
You crossed the wrong sorceress.
Yeah, true evades. That's true, man. What can you do? We get these cards and we gotta kind of experiment somehow, see how we can use them. But yeah, I kind of agree with you. Sometimes I don't even feel like playing her, to be honest. I just like pass her off and try to pull a different kind of card in the deck. So at the end of this turn, reset the order of all allied mages.
Tread carefully, lest this semester be your last.
Maybe we just hold them. And then we click them and then play her. See what I mean? The timing, it's a bit... Like, I'd rather like to kill that off now with Seltkirk. Or use Seltkirk first, but I've got to keep in mind the timing of her. So...
I despise Dimeric.
Wow, nice, nice. Okay. Well, we're getting a pretty good boost here. So, boost the ally unit by 7. So how do I play this? At the end of this turn, reset the order of all allied mages. Use the order during this turn. Okay. So you're gonna get casting contest. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I think we're using that on the student down here. Play this here.
Blood stains these hands. I wish them forever cleansed.
And we'll go bang, bang. Get out of here. Yes. Okay. Okay, got some value back there. If she hits even 2 quality mages, it's sort of worth it. I think she's supposed to go front left though. Front left?
I'm a medic. I tend to know what I'm doing when I prescribe something.
Shit, how'd that go?
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Okay. So I'll give it to Seltkirk. Following the professional advice of evades over here, guys. The master streamer. So I guess we... What's Gerhardt gonna hit for us? Ooh, lock and reset action. No way. Yep. Okay. Right? Let's just go mega tall. Wait, we should kill this, right? Alright. I hope I did alright on the end then.
Just great.
That's a freaking huge Seltkirk, eh?
You've met your match, puppet.
Wow. I'm honestly surprised. Man, I was a card down, dude. What the hell? A card down against NG? I'm like a deck full of order ability units? Man. What a comeback, hey, seriously. What do you guys reckon of that match? That was nuts. My goodness. But yeah, she played pretty decent there, hey, onto Gerhardt and that other unit.
No good wine will come from here, not even compost.
So we'd like to start off getting the value out of our patience units, so we'll play these out first. Just wonder what we're going to use AA into. Okay. Start like this.
Your match, puppet.
As you can see, the stratagem's already down there, so we'll see how long our units last. We'll have a look. Yep. There goes one.
We need sleep. Another test. So soon.
Might be able to use this round just to bait locks out of them. Anything we play with an order ability will get locked from here.
How did I fare, Mr. Tissaia? Well this time, yes?
So they've got Sunset Wanderers as well. So they've used 2 locks. They probably have the other locks in there too.
Your life is worth a great deal, my lord.
Okay.
Take comfort in that.
Well, what's worth throwing here, really? Pretty shut down bad.
As you wish.
I'm just throwing this out there for point's sake. Obviously, it's not really going to do nothing for us. He'd play for 10 here, though, which is pretty good.
You're dead. It's nothing personal.
Interesting.
It'll also be hard to get value out of the Spellweavers and Conjurer together, damaging everything down because they've got the Wanderer's card. It's quite a tall unit compared to the other ones.
The day is nigh when all shall behold my beauty.
think that's our pass there. Pretty tough round.
My home is wherever the road takes me.
Wow, nice. First time I've seen that card used so far. Right.
Rubbish in, rubbish out. Pass and forget. Not I.
Your wish, my duty.
So let's see what kind of NG imprisonment deck they are. Do they have ball? Have a look. Evil Eye. Locks it with leader. Decides to leave it. Right.
Naturally, of course.
Okay, so if we damage it one more time, when we play Yen, she can damage both together now, or those 2 units. Right. Kind of tossing up what to play there. Conjurer. Well, yeah, we can't really do our combo with Yen here now. I don't think. We may use a Dali on something else. I think Yen just gets locked here.
In the universe of which even the sages have not dreamt.
If only they knew.
Should have a decent number of units on the board for Death Mold.
This ship, a fine vintage it would have made.
Play the other ones out.
We need sleep.
We got a lot of them.
Another test. So soon. How did I fare, Mistress Tissaia? Well this time, yes?
So we didn't draw a number of good cards because they're putting junk back in our deck. Makes it a bit harder.
You weren't expecting this, were you?
Oh, Lady Margarita told us of this.
Pretty cool looking card, this one. Ah, the Terra Nova.
Gotcha, puppet.
Right.
The day is nigh.
Wasn't a huge steal for them. Definitely not. We got in here.
It's war. 7 limbs, blood, and guts.
Do you see that? Anything alive would be dead now. Killer spell.
Should probably use this now, shouldn't we?
Kill the dog diddlers!
At least we have a number of mages down the board. Get a good boost here. We can lock that student now. I think it's about time.
I'll gladly help if I live to see it.
Let's use this now to probably thinks I'm gonna play Gerhardt. Maybe that's why they're saving leader. They'll be surprised.
Out of the way, rabble!
Nice, well done. Good steal.
Come on.
Okay. What's their finishing card? Right.
You simply must pay my estate in.
Wow, I'm kind of surprised about how close the finish was, considering they got so much control.